So I just recently presented that we can record all of the base fold score into text files, and then we can retrieve it and then do a summary. But what if you just want like a single environmental access, like temperature? So we can record the data just within the dashboard, and then it can even be sorted by rank, either by highest or lowest. So we can see what are the highest ranking number and which ones are the lowest ranking base fold score. But it is limited to what we retrieve, which is usually a max limit of 1000 protein sequence. Remember that we retrieve the data from dashboard 1. We select a folder, which is the P, Q, or O folder, and then a specific 1000 range. So if you enter like 5287, it will actually return 5000. So it's the beginning 5000th. So it will just return one folder which contains a max limit of 1000. So for the simulation, that is the limit. But we can already sort those proteins, do a ranking. And that is actually still better than the last project that I presented. There were 3 proteins, 3 different types, real, motif, and by segments. But that one was actually limited to just 391 real proteins. But this one, it's only one folder, but it actually contains up to 1000. So it's in that range. So with just that, we can actually, it's just a UDF. It does not need to be in a one value, one cell. It doesn't need to be in an LT1 sheet. Everything is just recorded, by which it was sorted into by percentage level, and then the whole thing is also text joined into one array. But it's okay if even if I don't get the percentage categorization right, the percentage stress, we do see the population. So it does, we can always correct the constant so that it's within the average number. But like I said, it's not so much important, because we can actually just rank it's not like it doesn't get messed up even if you don't, or even if I don't get the constant number correctly, because the list will be ranked by base score. So it doesn't depend on that initial categorization, which still would not be a problem, because it will still, it's still by highest to lowest, but there might be it's just a little bit off, depending, but it is still ranges still by highest to lowest. But like I said, the whole thing will still be turned into one array, and then it can be ranked by base score, highest base scores. And then what is the purpose of that? And then we can go to the next dashboard and then get the ranked, either by highest or smallest. And then we see which one of the proteins are high ranking, and then we can even get commentaries by ChatGPT. You can be you can take a screenshot and then tell ChatGPT these are the list of the top, highest, all that. And you can select one number, the rank number, and it will tell you the number in the records. And you might want to do more research, like take a look at all other base folders. So dashboard 2, you enter the number first in dashboard 1, and then in dashboard 2, you will get all the other scores for that number, and then I think the next dashboard, actually the fourth dashboard, will then tell you the scorecard. So you can kind of still, in that dashboard, you can get the record number, and then you can enter that in dashboard 1 and get more research, get more details in terms of all the other scores and the scorecard. That is in addition to being able to also search, get more information from ChatGPT using even just the the ID number, the PQ or O, or the protein name. It has the protein name, it has the organism. So most importantly, it has a protein name. But the PID is good because you can actually just search that in Google and you will get more information about that. So that's kind of the goal here, is to start sorting, ranking the proteins, by function, by its ability, its tolerance level, into different environmental axes.